Hi, my amazing artists. Welcome to Art Today. We're going to be making a Jim Dine inspired pop art heart picture using the warm and cool colors. So our first thing is we want to gather some supplies. We want to gather a white piece of paper, a coloring material such as crayons, markers, or colored pencils, or if you have all three of these, you may use a mix of these supplies. Now you can have your paper be rectangle like my paper here, or if you want it to be more square, you can have a piece of paper be a square like this. I will show you how you can do that. So before you begin, if you want your paper to be a square, you take your bottom left corner or right corner of your paper and match it up to the left side of your paper like this and fold it so it kind of makes a triangle piece or a diagonal line right here. Then this extra part here is where we're going to cut off. You can see where my line of my paper fold ends, and that's exactly what I'm going to use as a guide to cut my paper to make it into a square. Then you can take that extra and save it off the side, make it a bookmark, decorate it, whatever you want with it. And now you can lay your paper nice and flat on your table space. You can take your pencil and you are going to draw a nice big heart in the middle of your paper. Your paper should be at least close to the size of your hand. Then your next step is you're going to take a black marker and trace your heart. Nice and slow. If you miss any pencil lines, you can then go back and erase so you don't see any of your pencil lines and no one will know that you've missed. Now, boys and girls, you're going to get to choose the warm color scheme or the cool color scheme for your heart. You can see here in this example, I've used the cool colors. Remember, our cool colors, boys and girls, are our yellow, green, all the way down to violet, and they remind us of things that are cold. So our greens, our blues, and our purples are all of our cool colors. Our warm colors are our yellows, orange, reds, and red violets, and pinks, and they remind us of things that are warm. So you get to choose one or the other. So for example, I chose cool colors for here. My heart in this one, I'm going to use warm colors for this one. So I'm going to take my crayons out. I'm going to take my reds, my orange, and my yellow, and my pink crayons out to color. You can use all the different colors of orange, all the different colors of red, and all the different colors of pink. You don't have to, if you have more than one, you can use those in your drawing. So you can see I have a wide variety of different colors that are in the warm family. To start coloring, you're just going to start to color little different patches of color inside your heart, spreading out that color so that it is going in all the different parts of your heart, on the left, the right, the top, the bottom. So you can see, like, I put little patches of red everywhere inside my heart. Now I'm going to take my orange, or my red orange really, and overlap it a little bit with my red, and I'm going to start to put different patches of red orange inside my heart, overlapping it with a little bit of some of my red patches. Again, spreading out that color, making sure it's really filling in that space, filling in that white space. Again, there's no right or wrong what shapes your patches look like. They just have to fill in your heart and overlap. So now I'm going to take my yellow, have it overlap some of my red or my red orange. And again, you're going to do this until your whole heart is filled with warm colors or cool colors, whatever color scheme you have. You want to color it in so all the white spaces are covered up. So now that you can see my heart is pretty much almost all filled up, I'm going to now fill in this last couple spaces with my pink, making sure all of my white space is filled up in my heart. And now my heart is completely covered using warm colors. So now because I used warm colors for my heart, I'm going to use cool colors for my background. And we're going to add some lines and shapes inside the background. And I'm going to use my cool colors. Remember, our cool colors are our purples, our greens, and our blues. And I'm going to use markers and a combination of crayons. So just pick one color, and it can be crayons or markers. If you're using crayons, just press a little harder, and then your color will be darker. I'm just going to put a couple little vertical and horizontal lines here in my purple for my background. I'm going to choose another color here and make like little curly cues with my blue. So you're going to use all different types of line. So curly line, straight line is what we've used so far. And I'm going to add a couple zigzag lines here with my yellow green. And you can have them overlap a little bit of your other cool colors too. Starting to fill up that background space. And then I'm going to add some X's here with my blue-violet marker here. Little close zigzag lines that kind of touch with my darker green. And again, you're going to start just to fill up your whole paper with the cool colors or the warm colors, depending on what color scheme you're doing. Now, just like I did my background, if you're using just markers, you'll still keep on overlapping. But if you want to use crayons like I'm going to do, here I can overlap my crayon with overlap my marker with my crayon in different cool colors. So I can take my cool color crayons and I can start to, just like I did, little patches of color. I can do the same thing here with my crayon. So just starting to overlap little patches here with the crayon in different areas of my background. Overlapping it on top of my marker. Make sure, again, you're coloring nice and neat and solid so that the white space is really getting filled in. So you can see here I'm overlapping my colors just like I did in the patches here. You're going to kind of overlap and blend some of those colors together to fill up that white space. You can have them overlap that crayon. And before you know it, your paper will start to get all filled up with different colors of your cool colors. When you have finished coloring in your background using all of your color scheme, either warm or cool, you can take your black crayon and you can thicken up that line and just give a light coloring on top of your black marker with the black crayon to thicken up the black line of your heart and to make it look similar to some of the dry brushing that Jim Dine has done on his hearts to make them stand out. So you're going to just go all the way around. You can see I'm not making it very thick. I'm not going in my middle of my heart. I'm just following the marker line so that it has got a little bit of the crayon in the black crayon on the inside, a little bit of the black crayon on the outside of the marker onto my background. So it's going a little bit on each part of my marker line, in the cool and in the warm colors. And there you are. Your heart is done, and it is your Jim Dine heart. Hope you guys have fun.